In the heart of a deep forest, a pregnant deer was about to give birth. It was a dark and stormy evening. The wind howled, lightning tore across the sky, and all the other animals had taken shelter. But for this deer, there was no rest, only the escalating pain of labor. Suddenly, a massive lightning bolt struck a nearby tree, and a fire began to rage, quickly spreading through the dry undergrowth. Her home was gone. The deer had to run. Exhausted and in agony, she reached the bank of a wide river. She hoped for a drink of water and a safe place for her fawns to be born. As she lowered her head, she saw her own reflection, a face etched with fear and helplessness. Her home was burning, her children were coming, and she was utterly alone. Just as she was about to drink, a sound from the bushes to her left made her freeze. Out of the corner of her eye, she saw a hunter, arrow drawn, aiming straight at her heart. Panic seized her, a cold grip tightening around her heart. She turned to her right, desperate to flee, but then froze. A lion, coiled and ready to pounce, lurked in the bushes, its eyes gleaming with hunger. She felt utterly trapped. A hunter loomed on her left, a lion poised to strike on her right, a raging forest fire crackling ominously behind her, and a deep, crocodile-infested river stretched out in front. It felt like the world was closing in. Her mind raced, searching frantically for a way out, but all she found was a suffocating despair that threatened to swallow her whole. What could she possibly do? A strange calm washed over her, like a warm blanket on a chilly night. In that moment, she thought, if I'm going to die anyway, why let fear grip me? I might as well face this head-on with a sense of peace. So, she shifted her focus to what she could actually control. With a deep breath, she lowered her head and began sipping the cool water, letting its refreshing taste wash over her. It felt like a small act of defiance against the uncertainty of her fate, a way to surrender gracefully to whatever life had in store. Each drop felt like a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there's always a little light to hold on to. The hunter stood there, heart racing, as he locked his gaze on the deer. With every ounce of focus, he pulled back the bowstring, feeling the tension build. Just as he was about to let the arrow fly, a sudden flash of lightning lit up the sky, and a thunderous roar followed. It was like nature itself was trying to interrupt him. The shock made his hands shake, and instead of hitting the deer, the arrow went off course, striking a lion lurking nearby. Can you even picture the chaos? 1 second he is just trying to enjoy his meal, and the next, bam, he's got a lion right in front of him. How wild is that? What a wild turn of events. The lion roared, a mix of pain and pure fury echoing through the trees. Its fierce eyes locked onto the hunter, and with a heart-stopping leap it charged forward. The hunter, completely caught off guard, dropped his bow and arrows in a panic, scrambling to his feet as adrenaline kicked in. He bolted for his life, the wounded lion hot on his heels, weaving through the thick underbrush of the woods. Just as they vanished from sight, the skies opened up, unleashing a heavy downpour. The rain poured down, quickly dousing the forest fire that had been raging, leaving behind only steam rising from the charred earth and the fresh, earthy scent of wet soil. It was a wild scene. Nature reclaiming its power, right? The deer lifted her head, and suddenly, the hunter and lion were both gone. Even the fire that once crackled nearby was just a memory. All that remained was the soothing sound of the rain, pattering softly on the leaves. Without wasting a second, she scampered off to find a sheltered, quiet spot nearby, feeling that rush of safety wash over her. And there, in that peaceful haven, she gave birth to 3 beautiful, healthy fawns. Can you imagine the joy she must have felt? Each tiny fawn, with their big eyes and wobbly legs, was a little miracle, a symbol of hope in a world that had once felt so threatening. It's such a beautiful reminder of new beginnings, right? Our own lives can feel like this sometimes, right? We find ourselves completely trapped, surrounded by problems coming at us from every direction. Financial troubles can pile up, health issues can weigh us down, and relationship conflicts can leave us feeling lost. It's like facing a raging forest fire behind us while staring into a deep, rushing river ahead. We feel so helpless. Just like that deer caught in the headlights, with no clear path to safety. It's tough to navigate these challenges, and sometimes it feels like we're just treading water, hoping for a break. Have you ever felt that way? It's totally normal to feel overwhelmed, but remember, there's always a way through. This story really teaches us something powerful, doesn't it? Even when it feels like everything's crumbling around us, holding on to hope is crucial. I mean, it's totally normal to feel scared when you're backed into a corner, but giving in to that despair, it just makes everything harder. Take that deer, for instance. Instead of panicking, she chose to stay calm and focus on what she could control. Like drinking some water, that simple act didn't magically fix everything, but it gave her a moment to breathe and think clearly. Sometimes, it's those little pauses that help us find our way out of tough spots. So, next time life throws you a curveball, remember that staying grounded can lead to unexpected clarity. What do you think? Positive thinking isn't about sticking your head in the sand and pretending everything's perfect. It's more like having that inner strength to face life head-on, even when it gets tough. You know, it's like when you're waiting for that perfect moment to make a move instead of rushing in blindly. Think about it when life throws a curveball. It's often those unexpected solutions that pop up when you least expect them. Hope is that little spark in a dark room, right? When you really nurture it, those shadows start to fade away. It's like when you're going through a rough patch, and suddenly a friend's text or a good song lifts your spirits. It's all about keeping that positive mindset alive, even when the going gets tough. Just like how nature sometimes throws a curveball to help a deer escape danger, life has a funny way of revealing hidden solutions when we least expect them. You know, it's wild how help can pop up from the most surprising places. Think about it. The very thing we dread, like that lightning strike, can actually turn out to be our saving grace. For deer, that strike wasn't just a threat. It became the lifeline that led it to safety. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes what looks like a disaster can lead to unexpected opportunities. So, next time you're facing something scary, remember that it might just be the push you need to find a way out. So, the next time you feel trapped, surrounded by challenges, and utterly hopeless, remember the story of the pregnant deer. Remember that as long as you hold on to courage in your heart and hope in your mind, no problem is insurmountable. Stay calm, focus on what you can control, and have faith. Because with positive thinking and unwavering belief, impossible situations can transform into incredible new beginnings. Thanks for watching.